Hi girls, welcome to my beauty channel. Today I'm gonna film a video in English. It's been a long time since I filmed and uploaded my last video in English, but I want to say thank you before going on because the first time I did film a video in English, I was very nervous. Nervous because I know I don't have a perfect English. I've never lived in the United States. I've learned the English in Mexico, so my English is kind of Mexican English, or not Spanglish, but Mexican English, the very Mexican accent girl. But I'm very happy and very surprised because my video in English, or my version in English for the video on how to curl your eyelashes with a spoon, it is my most successful video in my channel. So thank you very much for that. That makes me very happy, and that encouraged me to film more videos in English. In today's video, it's a very requested video by you. You've asked me a lot how to fill and shape your eyebrows, and I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks that I know so you can get the more flattering eyebrows for your face without spending that much money in a salon or with a professional. I've never been in a salon to shape my brows. I've never go to a professional to shape my brow, to shape, no, to shape, to shape. No, come on, don't shape your brows. I've never been with a professional to shape my brows. I've always done that myself. I've earned a lot of money and I've learned a lot as well. And first of all, I want to tell you a little bit about my brow story. It's not a nice story because when I was a little girl, when you're an older woman, like I'm not an older woman, I'm 31. But when you're 31, you might think full eyebrows are super cute. They are super flattering. They make you look a lot more younger. They make you look so healthy. They're like the best brows ever. But when I was a little girl, I was like so frustrated because I had this little face with the huge eyes. And you might think I'm overreacting about my brows. Let me show you a picture so you will know what I'm talking about. You see, I had like that super full and thick brows, and a lot of people were making fun of me when I was a little girl, so that's why I didn't like them very much. But finally, my mom gave me permission to shape them a little bit when I was about 14 because I was really suffering. I didn't like my eyebrows at all. So I was very happy when I finally could shape them, and I did it myself. But my first eyebrow crime, yeah, my first eyebrow crime, I did it when I was like 16 years old. Most of us have the same problem. We want our eyebrows exactly the same, and we forget they might be sisters, but they will never be twins. This eyebrow grows like to the side, and this one grows like to the forehead, so they won't ever be exactly the same. So when you're obsessed to have them exactly the same, you try to fix this one, and then you go back and try to fix this one, and you try to fix this one, and when you realize, you might stay like me with a narrow eyebrow like this. So that is rule number one. You have to know where to stop. Stop. Leave it there. Stop it. Don't take more eyebrows off, or I don't know how you say it in English, but stop. You might end with those super thin and narrow eyebrows. Okay, to get the perfect brows, you're only going to need four tools that I'm sure you have them at home. Two eyeliners, which I have here, a little scissors, which I got from a manicure set, and a tweezers. I think most people out there have tweezers. Now, the first thing you're going to do, you're going to cut off whatever is left. So I forgot to mention this tool. This is the fifth tool, okay? I don't know how this is called, but this is an angle brush. And this, I don't know how it's called, but it's like the brushes for the mascara. You girls know how this is called. You girls are Americans. You have to know how it's called. Okay, so you're going to brush your brows. First of all, I'm going to get my mirror. You're going to brush them like upward. And what is left outside, I don't know if you can see, all these little hairs, you're going to cut them off because that will let you have like a more you can see more clearly what your natural shape is. So I will take this off. Now I've cut both of my brows now. And I'm gonna cut a little bit from here. You can brush them like down. Can you see? I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see. Whatever is left or whatever goes out of your shape, you're gonna cut it off. And now you can start giving them shape. We're gonna use both of our eyeliners. And here comes the first mistake. Well, we already saw the first crime. Now we're going with the first mistake, and it's something we've been told to do. That's the more serious thing about it. They've told us to put an eyeliner aside of your nose, of your nostrils, and what is left in the center of your face, you have to take it off. Wax it or use the tweezers or whatever technique you want. But that is a huge mistake. You don't put an eyeliner aside of your nostrils and take everything what is left off, because what if you have a big nose? You know, like bigger than my nose? That doesn't mean your eyebrow is going to start or to begin at the middle of your eyeball. That is not flattering at all, and that is the number one mistake out there. Like two separate brows. Also, you know, when you have two separate brows, it will make your nose look a little bit bigger than it really is. And when you have them like very close together, it will make your nose look more narrow than it is. So the perfect beginning point, or I don't know how to say it, for your eyebrows is exactly where the bridge of your nose is. So you don't put your eyeliner in the side of your nose, in the side of your nostrils, but you do put your eyeliner like in the side of in the bridge of your nose. So now I'm using an eyeliner that's a different color from my skin and a different color for my brows. Okay, so I'm using an orange lip liner. Here is the bridge of my nose, as you can see, and I'm gonna put right here. So what is left, you know, from the line, whatever color you choose, to your forehead, you're gonna take it off. You're gonna wax it or use tweezers, whatever. Now, where is the final point? You're going to place your eyeliner in the side of your nostril. You're gonna have to go through the outer part of your eye, and now you have reached the point where your eyebrow has to end. So I'm going to use an eyeliner. So what if your eyebrow is longer than that? You're going to take it off. And if it's shorter than that, you're going to fill it with brow gold palette, whatever thing for filling brows you have. It could be a brow liner or eyeshadow in the similar shade of your brows. I'm going to show you that step later on. So now, what happened? Now we know where to start and when to end. And they have to be, or they suggest they have to be like in the same, I don't know how to say, level. It might be the right word. As you can see, they're like in this, if you put a line in your face, they're like at the same level. Did I make myself clear? I hope. Well, now, what about the art? There's a lot of people that say you have to make your art because your face will look like brighter. Your face might look angry if you do like a super harsh art. Now, I don't think the super dramatic eyebrows are like for everyone. My eyebrows are kind of dramatic, but I don't know. I think they're like kind of my natural shape. But try to stick to your natural eyebrow shape. I think that's the best advice I can give you. Don't try to change them like completely, because you know God doesn't make any mistakes. You're only because of beauty and makeup, and you're trying to give them a little bit of a polish and more polished look, and probably like more sculpt looked, but try to stay close to your natural shape. I think that's the best shape we can actually have. So don't change it a lot, because you might look like a whole different person, and it probably won't be the more flattering. Okay, going on with the tips and tricks and steps. Now, talking about the art. If you want to take a little bit of eyebrow from your lower part of your eyebrow, or I don't know how to say, lower part might be right. try to take only 1 or 2 lines of hair. Two in the, not more than 2 lines of your hair. And if you're going to wax it, like in this part, I don't know how to say it, try not to wax very much from here, because that will make you look like angry and your eyebrows are going to look like this. So you won't have like that shiny and glowing, expression. So be careful how you, don't try to have the very dramatic arch, because that might not be the more flattering arch for you. Okay, now how to fill in your brows. Now we've taken, see that? See that? See that? That's my little kid. Saluda. Okay, so going on with the complete guide for brows. Now I want to show you how I fill in my brows. I have 2 different techniques. I have my daily basis technique and the more polished and sculpt technique for when I am going out, or I'm going to do like a more dramatic makeup that I want my eyebrows to be like super, super defined. Okay, so I'm going to show you both techniques. I'm going to do one in one of my brows and the other one in the other one. So I'm going to begin with my daily basics brow, which I will only use this angle brush, which is double-ended. I don't know how you call this, but this kind of mascara brush. First of all, I'm going to brush it, and now I'm going to fill it in, but I'm going to fill it in, but in a very natural way. If I speak slow, I don't make mistakes. That's just me. Okay, so I'm using this brow kit. It's from Flame Beauty, and it's like a darker shade, a medium shade, and this was like a wax that I already hit pan on that, as you can see. But you can use whatever thing you have. Okay, so I'm going to use my angle brush. And I normally, on a daily basis, I don't put any product in the beginning of my brows. I think that doesn't look very, very natural, so I try not to do it when I'm doing my brows. Okay, so I am only, what about my orange stripes here? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to fill my brows. I always start in the upper side, in my arch. And I just fill them in. I'm going to try to get closer so you might see better. So as you can see, I don't put very much product in the beginning of my brows, because that doesn't look very, very natural. So as you can see, I only cover certain spots that I have like these little places without very much brow. So I just fill them in so it will look like more, how can I say, like more polished. But in a daily basis, this is very, very natural. Now I'm going to show you how I do my more polished look for when I'm doing like a very dramatic makeup and that stuff. So I'm going to begin with, actually this face, this half of my face is like my everyday go-to makeup look. Like a little bit of the brow, some lashes, which actually, if you want to see this video, let me show you my lashes. They're natural lashes. I don't use false lashes. They're super long. If you want to learn how to curl them like this and how to get this look, you watch my video on how to curl your eyelashes with a spoon, which I will actually link here down in the description bar down below. Okay, now for my more polished look, I will start with this color tattoo from Maybelline. This is the Topaz Taupe color, the 24-hour. Everybody knows this shadow. I'm gonna brush my brows like in my daily basis. And I'm going to use first this, which is like a very cool tone brown. It might look a little bit gray, so don't use very much. I just use this for like to set them in their place, like for the whole night, for the whole day. And I'm going to start to fill my brow. I don't use pencils for my brows because I think this looks more and more natural, but feel free to fill them in with whatever product you feel more comfortable. So I brush them a little bit more. And I'm going to put a little bit of product, but very little, in the beginning of my brow. It already looks a little bit different from this one, a little bit more polished. So I'm going to brush it. And now I'm using again my brow kit. I'm using the darkest brown because I have like almost black hair. And I'm going to fill it a little bit more with the shadow. And now my eyebrow is very defined, but I want to scoop it a little bit more and I want to highlight. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You can use two different things. You can use concealer, but I like more to use like nude eyeliner. I think it's more easy for beginners because it's more precise. So I really recommend to use a nude eyeliner. This one is from Oriflame Cosmetics and it's a nude cold pencil, which you can't find in the States, but you can. There's another one like this, the brow Wonder Brow, like Wonder Brow or Wonder Brow. I think it's from Mix Cosmetics, so you can find that one. Now I'm gonna highlight right here. You see, it's super white, and I'm gonna highlight on top of my brow. And now I'm going to blend it in. This is a concealer brush. I'm going to blend it, but I still want it to look like more clear, no, more white, more, highlights. I don't want to blend it that much because I really wanted to highlight. And now I'm going to set it with super matte eyeshadow. This one is a Mexican brand called Bisou, but you can use whatever completely matte beige or ivory or cream eyeshadow just to set it in place so it won't move. So I will set it. So this is a complete guide for eyebrows for beginners, for anyone who wants to have a more nice brow. You can follow these steps. They have worked for me, but I know what works for me not necessarily works for everyone. So I really hope this is useful for you. You can put it in practice and it might be helpful. And thanks for watching. I promise I'll be filming and uploading more videos in English like more often. So if you have any requests like for tutorials or reviews or more, I don't know, any kind of video you want me to. Actually, my husband is a chef. So if you want to see something about kitchen or about Mexican food or maybe a dessert or something like, Mexican piñatas like we do here in Monterrey, we do like the big piñata theme, with a lot of very delicious food. If you want to get to learn something about what we do here, please let me know in the comments down below and I promise I will be uploading more videos in English. And thanks for watching. Bye.